Hello everybody, I'm Richard Gon of Work to Live podcast version. So this time, what I'd like to talk about is that the peak has passed in this country. So what is that peak means? So the meaning of the peak is the peak or the highest point of the number of the patients of coronavirus or the number of the patients of COVID-19. So maybe most countries or all of the countries all over the world have suffered from COVID-19 or corona or the pandemic of coronavirus. But for talking about this country as for this country, the peak of the number of the coronavirus or the peak of the number of the patients of coronavirus has passed, which is why So originally I expected or I speculated the peak was going to pass in the beginning of February in the region I live in, and in the eastern region I live in, and in so as for when it comes to the western region of this country, the peak would pass earlier than the eastern region of this country. So I thought the peak would pass in. I originally expected the peak would pass in the end of January in the western part of this country. But unfortunately, my speculation or my expectation was wrong, and maybe the peak has passed. The peak has passed in the middle of this month, in the middle of this month, which is why my expectation was slightly wrong, but so I said at first my expectation or my speculation was wrong, but actually so considering the discrepancy or considering the difference between the expected duration, expected time, or the actual time on which the peak passed, comparing with those two times, I don't think they are that different, or I don't think they are that different each other, which is why so thinking about my expectations or speculations, maybe they they are that my speculation or expectations are not so wrong, though my expectations and speculations were wrong. But maybe there is going to be another peak, which is because Omicron strain has some substrains. I don't know how to call them in English language. I forgot how to say that, but actually, that strain has beginning. There are some substrains. Wait a moment, please. Oh yeah. There were some. There are some. I don't know how to call those substrains. What I'm talking about is BA1 or BA2, stuff like that. So there are, so this country discovered days before this country discovered the patients of BA2. So there are many types of coronaviruses, which is why I think there is going to be or there is going to be, or we are going to face, or this country is going to face another peak derived from or stemming from BA2, which is my speculation or expectation. So I don't know which peak is going to be larger than which one, because maybe the the peak we have suffered from was was the Omicron of BA1 maybe, and this this time this time this time the peak of the BA2 might maybe coming to us, which is why there might be another peak, but so this time what I'd like you to know is not the peaks or the fact that peak had passed, but so I think it's time to prepare for example for your immigration. So months before, I created an episode that so after the pandemic of coronavirus, a chance of immigration is coming, which is why if you live in your developing country, or if you live in a country where the situation is very dangerous. For example, mafia people. So in the case of Latin American countries, mafia people or mafia groups are stronger than the governments of those countries, which is why if you live in such a country, you should live away from such a country. And if you live in other countries, like so I don't know much about African countries, but actually, if you live in some dangerous countries, because, for example, one of the elements creating some dangers are such dangers are one of the examples of one of the elements creating such dangers is, for example, war. For example, there were some frequent wars in your countries, so you should live away from such countries, and you should try to immigrate into a developed country. Any developed country is fine for me. Well, I think any developed country is fine for you to immigrate into. So I do not recommend this country because the future of this country is steering, because this country has a decreasing or declining population. So every year the population of this country declines, which is why I don't recommend you immigrating into this country. But if you're thinking of immigrating into a developed country, I recommend you are immigrating into a country of European developed country. I recommend you are immigrating into an European developed country. So just this time, the story is just this time. This is all. The story is over. So thank you very much for listening. But so at last, let me tell you this one. So to immigrate into a developed country, you have to contribute in any form. You have to contribute to the society you are going to belong to. So without skills, nobody accepts you. Which is the case. I think which is the case to your own country, because even if you are going to join, for example, mafia, or even if you are going to join local guerrilla, anything is fine. If you are becoming, for example, if you are thinking of, or if you are if you if you are going to join, or if you are going to join local soldiers, for example, you have to be physically strong. You have to be physically strong, but if you join a company of a developed country, so you have to be smarter than others, and you have to get at least you need a skill for speaking English, or you need a communication skill using the English language, at least for communicating each other, for communicating in international situation. So such skills are necessary. Which is why you should train your own brain. So which means to train your brain, to train your brain, you have to study, which is really comprehensible for you. That's it. Thank you very much for your listening. See you.